Hiya, hiya, it's Joey Reynolds Rap on Facebook. It's time to have Facebook show and tell. So you see my face, and you know me like a book. So I guess I fit that profile in the pun world. But I have pictures here I want to share with you. This one of cousin Brucey and myself. We're both two older gentlemen, and Bruce and I, we were. He asked me. He said, "When did you take that?" I said, "When I was your puppet. I was at. We were appearing at Carnegie Hall, and you had your hand up my back, and I sat on your lap, and you did the voice." What do you mean? I don't know where it was. It's a dressing room somewhere. We've done so many things. We've been to so many places. And then I realized that, Uncle Milty, Milton Berle, who was the beginning act on television. He was the first variety show on TV. It was on NBC. NBC created television, and they put the radio people on TV. You know where they got Cousin Brucey from? I mean, not Cousin Brucey. You know where they got Uncle Milty? Uncle Milty, Cousin Brucey. Everything's relative. But here we go with Milton Berle was on. Look at that. He was on WOR. I didn't know that. That's where I worked. Yeah. I never knew he started there. I finished there. I have the key. I have the key to the radio industry. I was the last entertainment show on radio and on radio television combination. I was the first guy. So I graduated. I moved to Times Square and did the show from the NASDAQ window on what now became the Peacock Network, which is NBC's digital. And I was on that thing. We were on every night, 10 to midnight, New York time on cable. And no, not Kabul. Cable. I know a lot of people, this has affected their hearing. But I was on that show every night, and we had loads of talent. You could watch them. They're on YouTube. As a matter of fact, you can watch a lot of things on YouTube. My documentary of my daughter growing marijuana, which was before it was legalized. I went up there and I shot everything with an iPhone, an iPad, and so that they wouldn't throw me out, because I was in a lot of suspicious places, So I had my little phone and I pulled it out. It was like an auto accident, but I had the phone focused on growing marijuana and all of the other things that are a result of it, the hash, the mushrooms, all the other things in that culture that go on. And I have it all on video. I had to edit some of it out because it was illegal and my daughter was involved. But the fact of the matter is that it's a documentary, iPhone, iPad, I called it iPod. And I shot all of the videos of everything that I wanted to put on the air, and was able to show the public without getting my daughter in trouble. But now they're having, up in Humboldt County, which is the marijuana district of California. Incidentally, the biggest customer for marijuana in the whole country is the state of Colorado. They buy from California. The reason is because they can't grow outdoors. It's against the law to grow outdoors in Colorado. So they got to buy from California, which has about 3 growing seasons a year. Legitimately 2, but some people squeeze it in, and they have hot houses, What they have to do in California, though, now is to be licensed, which means the state takes a great percentage of it. So it's not as advantageous, and people are really pissed off. They're burning a lot of their crops because of this. The growers are burning their crops, and also the forest fires, which are taking place up there in the Redlands. There's a bunch of fires that are around the area, and there's thousands of hippies who are fanning the flames so they could get high, free. Now they want the rest of California to start thinking differently, so if the winds are out of the west, that state's going to have a very good revision. They will have a new governor at that time. It'll be, for some reason, I have this idea it's going to be one of those Rolling Stones, or who's the other ones that were famous? The Grateful Dead. Yeah. I don't know how grateful I'd be if I died, but I'll get back to you. This is the way it is, Who would be the governor? Who would be good? Oh, Tommy Chong. Remember Cheech and Chong? Yeah, I think he went to jail too for doing a lot of illegal things with marijuana, and then he came out and he straightened out, and now he's a preacher of sobriety and sanity. This is what happens when you overdo something, and then all of a sudden you become an apostle. See, to change a habit, they say it takes 3 weeks, which is normally 21 days. So if you want to even exercising and you want to lose weight, you got to do the same thing for 3 weeks, and then you'll be in the rhythm of it, and your brain will then require it. You know what they call the drip that's in your brain that comes all the way down and tells you the pheromones. They tell you what is good and what is bad. I have a bunch of people who do that in real life. I don't need my brain to talk to me. I have one guy on either side, like the Roman Empire. They used to have the gladiators, and to keep humility, the Caesars would build these coliseums and have free gatherings in the arena, you know, like at Central Park. They had everybody in there for nothing, nobody charged, and the Roman Empire was good at entertaining the public. They would have the Christians eat the lions, or the lions eat the Christians, whoever was first. And the emperor would have gladiators. The gladiators would go out and fight the lions. You know, that was a big sport there. In Detroit, it's a big sport to fight the lions. But so what happens here is the lions sometimes get killed by the gladiator, and the gladiator wins, and he becomes a hero, a champion. So what the emperors have done, all of the 12 Caesars, they've inherited this great custom. On the way out of the Colosseum, on either side, on the way to the dressing room, on either side there's what is called a Publix. A Publix, that's not the supermarket in Florida. That's one guy on this side, another guy on the other side, and as you're walking out, the Publix whispers in your ear as a gladiator, he says, "Fame is fleeting." Now we need to have that on the Grammy Awards. But you know, nobody ever attends any of these celebrations for the right reason. They go there so they can tell you about something else that bothers them. Why don't most of these people really should not have show business? They need therapy. Go away somewhere and go to a spa. Just get a therapist instead of coming out there and telling us what you don't like in society and how you're going to make a difference and how you're going to change it. I don't know how anybody's going to change anything in this society except by modeling it. You know, when somebody has something and you want what they have, then you're going to do what they do. That's how that goes. If I want what you have, I will do what you do. That includes thieves and murderers too, so let's not get too crazy. The idea of living life the way that I live on life's terms, I'm given a deck and I play cards every day, you know, and I unfortunately have too many jokers. You're supposed to have only one in the deck, but my deck seems to be missing some aces. There's a couple of kings, many queens, and too many jokers. It's an awful life. I don't recommend it. As I recommend skipping life, go right to the next place. It's a think about that for a while. It's a Reynolds wrap.